Welcome back, everyone. Thanks for joining us in again to the Lifestyle Balance Podcast. This is episode 39. Thank you for those who've been with us. 39 episodes going strong. Today we got another guest, an amazing guest that we're happy to showcase. We're going to let YCV introduce himself, and then we'll get right to it.
What's going on, guys? YCV here. Thank you guys for having me. It's a pleasure being in this amazing podcast. What a welcoming I got. We already got espresso, we got like water, everything. My name is YCV. I'm an artist. I make music in both Italian and English language. And if anyone wants to check out my music, my Instagram is official YCV.
Check them out. We're going to link them all down.
I'm gonna put everything downstairs.
Yeah.
So first off, where does your name come from, YCV?
My name started when I started during COVID. I started doing funny videos. I was thinking of a name to do, and I really liked the movie My Cousin Vinny.
Okay.
So my username was your Cousin Vincenzo. Make it a little bit more different. And then all my followers, like everybody started like seeing funny stuff they used to do. Used to know me by that name. And then when I started doing music officially, I decided to not change everything and be like, oh, who's this guy?
Yeah.
And just keep the first letters. So your Cousin Vincenzo, YCV. And that's how I started.
Nice.
And I started we just started joking around.
Yeah.
I think I did my first song first, and then the name came in. Because I had a song ready. I was ready to release on Spotify and said, but I don't have a name.
Yeah.
What am I going to do?
Your music
forever.
name, yeah.
Took forever, bro.
And so now that you started in the music, how long has it been, first of all? Let's start with that.
So we started last year in around April professionally.
Nice.
Like going to the studio, sing more or less, like taking it more serious and not just for fun. Doing music in general has always been, like music has always been in my life.
Wow.
But I never really thought I was going to do this, you know what I mean?
Full time, yeah.
Yeah, full time. It is pretty much full time.
Yeah.
It's a crazy journey.
Yeah.
In a year, we advanced a lot.
Wow.
Yeah.
And so do you find that like collaborating with people and putting your music with other music helps make yourself, go out there and meet a bigger community, or do you try to go solo and see where it takes you?
I'm always open to work with anyone as long as I like what they do.
Yeah.
But if I don't like what they do, I'm always open to be maybe it's not my style, but keep on doing it. Maybe something will come up, right?
Mm-hmm.
One big thing that I see here, unfortunately in Toronto, is that not lots of people in the music industry like to work with everyone.
Yeah.
Not doing any names at first, nobody wanted to work with me, right?
Mm.
And now that I'm getting finally exposure and everything, my numbers are getting bigger. Now I see them coming back. It's weird because I envy people that maybe are in New York, because in New York it's a different vibe. Everybody supports everyone.
Yeah.
And it's not lots of people that support you first. And I always remember the people that support here.
Exactly.
And it's just a few. And it's pretty different because in the comedy industry, when I was doing funny videos, everybody wanted to collaborate. It didn't matter if you had numbers, didn't matter if you were funny or not. Everybody was let's do something for fun.
Yeah.
Music is a bit different. But now I feel like I found some people here in Toronto finally that are open and willing to do it because they love music.
Wow.
And then I see lots of people from New York. I see lots of people from Italy. I feel like I engage more from people outside of Toronto first than people here. It's which I didn't expect, to be honest.
It
was weird.
Because your community, I guess, is here, but you're getting more there.
Yes, I feel like here, I hate it, but here lots of artists think they're top thing. Oh no, I can collaborate with this guy. I have 800, he has 400. I don't know if I should do it. You know what I mean? Which is for me is not.
Yeah.
It's not a smart thing to do.
No.
Because you can collaborate with anyone if you like their vibe, you just do it.
Yeah.
And I feel like it helps both artists.
Yeah.
My listeners listen to your music now because we could just collaborate, right?
Yeah. And you got to think too, they all started somewhere too, right?
Exactly. We all started from the bottom. It doesn't matter. But I don't think you need to be popular right away to make something popular. It can even be tomorrow you start doing music and your song pops off tomorrow before mine that I've been doing for a year. Yeah. You know what I mean? I truly believe in that.
Wow.
Doesn't matter. So
that's good.
Yeah.
So tell us, what's the process for you when you make a song? Where does it start? How does it end? How long does it take?
It's tough to give a time because
Yeah.
there's songs that take like forever, bro.
Yeah.
There's songs that take me maybe a month to like do, and then there's some that like just one night,
Yeah.
and I just go there and do it. Um, the way I started doing music is I started listening to beats first.
Okay.
I hear like maybe there's this like thing called BeatStars where there's all types of
Yeah.
beats,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And then you go on there and I just go listen to different beats, different like how I feel that night, like that
Nice.
day when I listen to the beat. And
Nice.
then when I finally find something, I just kind of like mumble it. Like as
Okay.
I have a home studio, so I just mumble in my home studio and like kind of find the rhythm or whatever. When I hear the rhythm that I like, then I
Yeah.
start creating words. Recently I started writing off the beat.
Okay.
So I started writing like what I feel, like trying like
Idea.
things about my life,
Story.
stories,
Yeah.
things to tell, and then try to fit into the beat.
Nice.
It's actually been like helping a lot recently.
Wow.
So it honestly, I don't think there is a certain way you do things.
Yeah.
Just different ways.
Yeah, that's interesting. You
It's,
do it separate from the sound and then you put it together.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow.
Like maybe I write a whole sentence that won't fit in the beat, so it
Yeah.
kind of feels off. So it's fun because you can create different ways.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
It's a
Yeah.
challenge. It's like a trivia game.
Yeah.
So it's really cool. Really cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never heard that. That's interesting.
It's bro, trust me, when I started, I didn't
Yeah.
know how to do it.
Yeah, who would?
I was like going on YouTube, like, how do you
Yeah.
write music? How do you
Yeah.
like? Because I was just doing it for fun this
Exactly.
whole time,
It's
right?
passion.
Exactly. And then like I found that like everybody has a different way to do it.
Yeah.
And it's the way the ones that you don't think is gonna go viral, the ones that you don't think is gonna sound good, you just
Yeah.
do it for fun. Those are the
Those
ones
hit the most.
those hit the most.
Yeah.
Bro. It's crazy.
I've heard that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's so sick.
And when did you realize that you could take like music and like stop your comedy and like make music like the main?
That's a
like,
good question.
purpose?
Well, we started like last year because I was telling him before we started the podcast
Yeah.
that the reason why I stopped doing comedy was because I didn't want to join the Italian culture with pizza, pasta, mafia, and like this and that. Like, yes, like we can make jokes, it's
yeah.
funny to a certain point, but then like us Italians are even recognized for the way we do things, for the way we respect, for the way we bring ourselves out, right? If wherever you go, Italians are admired. But why? Because the way we are. So that's why I decided to do like funny videos, even though maybe that's easier to go viral, and doing music, which is harder to go viral, but it's my passion and I also want to tell my story. I want to like tell how I got here. I want to tell how hard it is to get here, and all different difficulties, all different obstacles that I was able to pass during my lifetime, right? And doing music was a great way to show my path and tell everyone to do how I got here, right? So that's why I said, okay, I'm going to start doing music. I'm going to show everybody the respect that Italians have. That us Italians are strong inside and we're brought up in a different way. And maybe other cultures can even, like
Copy us.
yeah, like we have this so many like
Take
things
by
that we have in
example.
common. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? You're like, I mean, I'm from Iraq, but like we have the same things as Italians.
Yeah.
Which I
A
feel
lot of
like
cultures do.
lots of culture, we're so similar to other cultures, right?
Yeah.
So
It's
that's
true.
why.
I love it.
Mm.
And so to talk about your story a little bit, let's understand, are you, because I've seen online, you're obviously from Italy 1st and then you came here.
Yes.
So when did that happen? How did that happen? Why Canada?
Why Canada?
Yeah.
I still ask myself that.
Yeah.
Why Canada? Honestly, okay. So my mother is Canadian.
Okay.
So we're gonna start off that, like, because it was easier for me to get here.
For
But-
sure.
So what happened is I was born and raised in Siderno, which is a small town in
Yeah.
Calabria.
Nice.
I used to live like 5-10 minutes walking from the beach.
Beautiful.
And it was paradise. But then the idea when I was, I was like smaller, and the idea of coming to Canada because my parents saw that there was no future for me and my brother there.
Mm-hmm.
They said, you know what, let's pack our stuff. Let's go to Canada. It's easy because my mom could give us the citizenship.
Yeah.
And we were able to get here. And it wasn't like me and my brother got the citizenship after like a year of requesting it. It wasn't hard.
Wow.
My father was a little bit harder because he had no connections except my mother because they were married.
Yeah.
So it took a little longer. I think like last year he got his citizenship.
Wow.
Yeah. So and it's been like 11 years, 10 years that he's been waiting. So it's hard. It's not like
Yeah.
it used to be like maybe
Yeah.
from our nonni here. Right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
it was lots of challenge that we have encountered as a family, because we got here. We had some family from my mom's side, but we didn't really like grow up with them. We didn't really talk. It was like a few that we talked.
Distant.
Distant. They were all the way like in Guelph, for example, right? So we came here, and this is where all Italians were, to make my father feel more like at home.
Yeah.
And it was just hard because I didn't know nothing about English. Like I learned when I got here.
Wow.
I knew zero. And then the people here felt like at first it was so much different than there. Like it was brought up different, the way we talk here, the way we introduce ourselves, the respect is a little bit different. I remember first days, like even going to school, I used to cry. Like I hated it here. Like I couldn't, right? But I'm a type of guy that like when they put me, like I'm down, I don't just stay there and cry myself over. I pick myself up and be like, okay, this is the situation. There's nothing else I can do. What do I have to do to get better? You know? So I learned the language right away, like through music. So that's the way I used to listen to 50 Cent, like Eminem. That's the way I learned English. And then nothing, like school, like I had my close friends.
Nice.
I tried to adapt, like, and see how like they would act and like bring myself into the community, you know? So yeah, the first year was really, really tough. Even school was really hard at first. And then I don't know if it's the same as all high school, but there is like two types of category when you go to high school. There's like academic and applied, right?
Yes.
At first, like the first years I did like applied, and then I'm like, no, like I want to go to academic. Yeah. And people were like, yeah, okay, you just go from Italy. Like, how you going to academic? Like you don't know even English. I'm like, I'm gonna do like academic. That's it. After I went off and I went to academic.
Wow.
And it shows that when you want something, you can go and do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So same with music.
Yeah, same with music. Exactly.
Nice.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Would you find you were, coming from Italy and growing up in Woodbridge, there's a lot of relatives here, people who have the Italian background, but not, more Canadian Italian. Would you find that they respected you more, or was it, how would you find?
When I got here, they found it cool that I was from Italy.
Yeah.
Like, oh, bro, but like, it's always the same introduction. Like, bro, pizza, bro. I'm like, oh, here we go. No, I definitely, like, I felt welcomed.
Yeah.
It just, like, after, like, a bit, it kind of feels strange because, like, the Italian that is here is not as advanced.
Yeah.
Like, it's still, like, long time ago. Like,
traditions.
Italy, right? Yeah.
They're holding like, the nonna time.
Exactly. All the nonna time. Like, it's a little bit behind. And it's one more reason why I do my music is I want to kind of update people,
introduce it.
Exactly.
Nice.
Not too long ago we went to Montreal, for example.
And
we did
big
like
community.
Exactly. There's like big community of Italians.
Yeah.
We went there for a performance. I performed there in Montreal.
Beautiful.
And everybody like understood what I said in Italian because my songs are often Italian, often English. I'm used to like people not understanding when I talk Italian, right? Yeah. Unless you're actually straight from Italy. There, people are born there, like in Montreal, but like they know how to speak Italian. Yeah. Which is really surprising. Yeah. And that's what I want to bring here. I hope people through my music get interested and say, okay, like I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Can you swear on this, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So I don't know what the fuck he's saying. Yeah. But I'm gonna go and see his lyrics and see what he says in Italian because I understand when he talks English, but I don't know what he says. Yeah. Italian. So I want to bring the Italian language here. That's one of the other reasons why I want to do music. I really want to bring Italy here.
Yeah, yeah. That's it. Which I think is so interesting. Like when I first saw you and I saw it was the English and Italian, I thought it was super creative because nobody does it, first of all. And second of all, when you like, I personally, I like Italian rap, but sometimes depending on who it is, it's so fast, it's hard to understand.
There's so many different dialects.
There's so many, exactly. So I'm like, it's hard to pick up on, but it sounds amazing. And then when you mix the Canadian and Italian, you understand it better. It's very creative.
Yeah, thank you. It is something new here in Canada. I know there's some other artists like maybe in UK or other parts.
For sure.
But in Toronto, there's no one that does it. No one. That's why I was like, this is actually a good idea. Like I think this will work. And at first you get from the first doubts, but now I see that it truly works.
Yeah. You just gotta push.
Exactly. Like you just gotta be consistent. I really believe in consistency. Yeah. Whoever follows this like podcast and you have a dream and maybe you're doing just for fun, I highly recommend you to go. Like just post. Just go off. Like, don't look at the likes, don't look at the
Yeah.
comments, don't look at the bad comments, because you're doing something right if there is bad comments on
exactly.
there, right?
Means you're doing something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And like at first, like those were the first challenges with music. And now I just realize how consistency is so important.
Yeah.
And you just gotta keep at it and keep working. And if it's your passion, you won't see as like, oh, I gotta do another podcast, or I gotta do another song.
Exactly.
You see, like, I can't wait to do another podcast. I can't wait to go and make a new song. I can't wait to go listen to new beats. You wake up and like you wanna do. Right?
Exactly.
And in your time of like, because you've been doing it for quite a while with like comedy and music.
Yeah.
Has there ever been a time where there's been someone that's like doubted you? And like, how did you like respond to that person?
All the time, bro. All the time. From day one, I feel like comedy is so much different. Comedy is much easier.
Yeah.
I always say this, that us three, we could go right now on the street, make some Italian content as comedian, and it will go viral tomorrow. Like, I don't think that's hard at all to do. What's hard to do is to do music. So when I started doing music, my first song did so well, I think just because people were like, wait, what? He's doing music now?
Yeah.
It was just like, I don't know. It was shock. It was like, wait, no way. Yo, you know, Vincenzo did his new song. Wait, he makes music? So I think that song did well for that reason. I felt lots of eyes on me, and it was a different type of eyes. And I still do today. Because music, I feel in Toronto, is seen as like, as something weird that people do. Like, oh my God, like you do music? Like, that's kind of weird. Like, you're a weird person. But like, at the end of the day, is what I like.
Yeah.
And it's what I enjoy doing.
Yeah.
And I can't tell you how many good things I got from music that I didn't get from comedian, and I had higher numbers when I used to do comedy stuff. At first, everybody doubted me because they're like, okay, like this guy can't even speak English. Like, he still has an accent when he makes music. Like when I speak English on my songs, you hear my accent.
Yeah.
But I turn on the other side. You always gotta look at the cup half full and not half empty.
Yeah.
Who else does music in English and has an Italian accent? You hear UK accent, you hear Australian accent, you hear all other accents. There's no one that has an Italian accent in their music. So maybe it's a new thing.
Yeah.
Who knows? Until I try and it goes viral. Exactly. You never know if it's something new. And then hopefully one day people start copying me and say, oh, I speak Italian. I have an accent when I speak in English.
Yeah.
Let me try it, right? Then comments is a big factor. And I'm sure you guys know this too.
Yeah.
I remember when, again, like I did my first songs and like people like whatever, like my first song was like, okay, this guy makes music. The second one, I wanted to like push myself. I remember I did this video in front of La Paloma.
Okay.
I did it on purpose. I'm like, this Paloma, everybody knows Paloma.
Everybody knows.
How many people are going to talk shit on this? I'm like, I'm just going to try. I'm like, because my videos were getting like maybe 2,000, 3,000 views.
Okay.
I'm like, I need something that like just pushes people.
Yeah.
They just see Paloma. I know this is going to go off. It's either a good way or a bad way.
But who cares?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Fuck it. So I went in front of La Paloma when it was dead because at first I was so shy, bro.
There,
yeah, I was so shy doing videos. It was my hardest thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is so
Same
weird.
with
like
us.
I'm singing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah.
I had to like do like 10, 15 retakes. Whatever, we go. I asked my brother to come a Sunday morning when it was dead. We go there. I do this video. I edit it. And the day after I post it, bro, it went viral on TikTok. Like on TikTok, it went like, for me, it was viral for music because it was one of my first, right? I think it got like 50,000 views.
Wow.
I was like, wow. But like so many people were like, what in the Italian fuck? Like, what's going on? What is? Of course, it's Paloma. It's definitely from Woodbridge.
Yeah.
But like, I liked that in a sense because I was like, okay, good. So this worked.
Yeah.
Like, I don't care if you talk shit. Like,
doesn't matter.
The song, I like it. And then if I think it's good, I'm going to post it.
Yeah.
When it backfired was when I did a Eminem remix.
Okay.
And that one went like truly viral. This is like one of my most.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah. Like, it got to like, now I think it's over 400,000 views. And people loved it. Like every comment is good. And obviously you're going to get those like 10, 15 comments, whatever.
Yeah.
But like most people liked it. And I'm like, holy shit. I'm like, and I like to think about things when things happen. Because things happen for a reason.
Yeah.
Like, okay, this Eminem remix went viral. Obviously, it's not on Spotify because I can't post it. It's going to stay on Instagram. But I feel like the next post that I do is going to go viral as well. So what do I do? So I said, okay, let me just put my latest song on there. Like, let me post a video of my latest song because if this went viral, the next video is going to go viral too.
Yeah.
I post it. bro, so many people shit talked on that video. My last songs are like, oh, what, like people from Italy were like, oh, I'm Italian, questa cosa fa schifo al cazzo. And bro, like the first, I woke up to all those comments. I'm like, what the fuck? And I just like, well, what the fuck is going on? Like I thought it was gonna go well. Like I honestly, I was down.
You're surprised, yeah.
But for 2-3 hours. Because then I'm like, oh wait, like if I get like shit on,
yeah,
you know, like that means that I'm everybody's looking at me right now. Like I'm doing
you got a lot of eyes
right.
on you.
Like maybe people don't like this one. Doesn't matter. I like it. Like it means something. The song means something to me. So I don't care if they don't like the song. I'm just gonna go off. I'm gonna go do the next one until people start liking it. So honestly, now like people are starting to love my stuff. Like I'm getting more support. At first, nobody used to comment on my post. Now everybody comments on my post. People are starting to believe. I feel.
Wow.
And consistency is one thing that's important because you start truly making other people also believe that that's what you do and that's what you're gonna keep doing, right? So you guys starting doing a podcast. This is the 39th episode, right?
Yeah.
If you guys get to 200, 300, people are gonna look back and be like, holy shit, I thought they were gonna be done at 39.
Yeah.
They're at 200, 300, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
So consistency for me is key, and getting over those comments was tough, but now we're back on track, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Yeah, definitely.
Love it. I mean, the biggest question for me is, now you're in the music industry.
Yeah.
What's your plan? You said you like thinking about it. So where's your head at going future? Is there, you do remixes, you're making your own music. Do you have something that you're trying to reach in a certain time, or what's the plan?
The plan, as of right now, so the remixes are made more for, more for reaching out other people.
Yeah.
Right? Because it's
different.
easier. Exactly.
Yeah.
People are mostly gonna keep watching the video when they see there's a remix, like, oh, Italian Eminem. What do you mean?
Yeah.
And they keep watching, right?
Yeah.
So at least I can show people what I can do.
Cool.
My songs is more for fans, more for people that actually like follow me, like my style. They follow me on Instagram. They follow me on Spotify, and everything else. Right? More exposure to remixes. My plan is to eventually get into clubs. That's the scene that I want to get to.
Cool.
We've done like amazing things until now.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spit on the plate that I eat, but we've gone to like restaurants. We've gone to halls. We've gone to Montreal.
Cool.
There is other places outside of Toronto that we're still trying to book. But I really want to get into the club scene.
Nice.
I really want to get to our generation because that's the people that I want to target.
Yeah.
I feel like right now there's also lots of parents. So I don't know why. Like I have this like thing, but like I don't know why I feel like I can connect parents and their kids again. I don't know why, because like lots of comments in my Instagram is lots of parents of my friends.
Wow.
They'll be like I go see my buddy and like, hey V, I haven't seen you forever. You know that my mom sent me a video of you rapping like Eminem?
Wow.
I'm like, wait, why? It's like, yeah, bro. Like she sent it to me. I'm like, ma, I know this guy. And like I get this all the time. So I feel like usually parents don't like rap.
Yeah.
But they like my rap for some reason.
Yeah.
So I think it's a way to connect parents and
community,
the community like together.
Wow.
Like I wouldn't mind that at all. Like maybe it's a way for parents to get closer to the kids, because nowadays not many like kids talk to their parents, right?
Yeah.
So that's a way, but I really, really want to get into the club scene. So that's definitely one of the objectives that we have as a team.
Cool.
I want to get in there. I want to bring like Italian into Toronto. I want to be the bridge. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I feel like we were so many Italians.
Yeah.
There's so many people that love Italians. And my people is not just for Italians, it's for everyone.
Yeah.
It's for mostly immigrants, like immigrated here, which it's, I think 95% of Canada is immigrants, you know what I mean? So that's my objective.
Literally.
And what would you say to someone that's like young, up and coming, someone that was like in your position? What would you say to someone that wants to be someone like you?
I would say believe in yourself. And I know it's so cliche, but I truly mean that. Like, think about it. All the people that have success, nobody believed in them first. Like, no one. There's not an artist that like started from zero and said, oh, yeah, I know you can make it. Everybody doubts. Everyone. But because they need to see that consistency. How many people do we know that like they start a business and like whether it's shirts, whether it's a podcast, whether it's music, they do it for a month, they go off on their social media every day, and then they stop.
Yeah.
That's what gets people doubting you, because they see that you're not consistent. I also feel when you have that consistency, so do what you love and have that consistency, My English is getting rough. Now.
It's so good.
It's keep doing your consistency, because that's where you get better. That's when you fail, you get better. So keep on doing what you're doing. Today's video maybe go not even 10 likes.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter, because you learn something. When you post something, it gets you thinking, what can I do next? So keep working on it, and show people that they can believe in what you do, because you're not quitting. Yeah. There's no way you're quitting. Me, I go those bad comments. I don't care. I'm not gonna stop doing music.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna stop doing music, because it's something that I love doing. So another amazing tip that I will give somebody that is really young is start and keep believing and keep doing. Every day, put yourself in there. If this is your passion, like I said before, you're not gonna be like, oh, I gotta go do this now. Like, oh my God, now I have to like try to find someone else to go on my podcast, and like it's gonna like it's breaking my balls.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta do something that you love, because
Exactly.
I can't wait to get out of here and go do music. Like after this, I'm going to a studio.
Nice.
You know, I'm recording. I'm doing new stuff. I'm trying to think of new things
Stay
to do
creative.
tomorrow. Yeah,
Yeah.
be creative. Do something that nobody else does.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think that's really important for someone that but like truly believe in what you do. Don't just do it just because you feel like it that day. Do
Yeah.
something that you enjoy doing.
Yeah.
That's my biggest tip.
Love
for
it.
someone.
Love it. And so, YCV, what is or how do you balance your lifestyle from a day to day? And do you believe in a lifestyle balance?
Wow. The funny thing is that I thought about this question. I couldn't come up with an answer. So
Yeah.
I'm gonna come up with one right now.
Okay.
And I believe there is a balance in
Yeah.
some sense.
Mm-hmm.
If you do what you love,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that there is so many things that we have out there. We have family, we have friends, we have like work, we have things that we like to do. I feel like if you try to figure yourself out in your life and try to figure out, okay, my priorities, which one are they? Then you can have a balance in your life. For me, balance is when you find that priority. And my priority, for example, is family. And unfortunately, like obviously right now, I'm doing so many things like work and
Yeah.
music that it's hard to put that as a priority. And I recognize that. But the reason why I'm doing all this music and everything here is because I want to have my family as in first. So maybe right now I don't call my mom as much as I want to. Maybe I don't talk to my brother and go out with him as much as I want to, because I have my work. He has his work.
Yeah.
A reason why I'm doing what I love and want to be and will be a successful man is because I want to have my family first.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever I do, they come with me.
Mm-hmm.
I want my brother to be, my brother is my manager.
Love it.
So my family is number
Nice.
one. My mom is coming with me. My mom is not working another day in her life.
Yeah.
To make it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
My sister-in-law, same thing. My father, you know? So the balance happens, I feel, when you're happy and you're successful in your life. So you're able to decide what comes first. Because nowadays, so many people are doing what they like work, but they can't put their family first, and they're upset at life, so they don't have a balance.
Yeah.
Right? When you get successful, you have the balance to have family first, then work, then your hobbies. Then if you want to take a vacation for 3 months just because you want to, you'll do it.
Yeah.
You know, that's when you reach a
important.
balance, I feel.
Yeah. Love it. Great way to end it. Great answer. Well, grazie. Thank
That's
you for
important.
coming.
Thank you for
And
having me.
guys, we're going to link him down everywhere. Check him out. Posting everything. Will be up in about a week. And subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes, sir.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.